Hello there, it's Gray here, and back again with some more Antimatter dimensions. Last time, did some challenge completions. Nothing really, just did some challenges. What I did do off screen is get these two and grind up to 100 infinity points right here. And what I did to do that, I just decreased both of these intervals by a little bit. And I just held M and a C because I don't think these are worth it to upgrade quite yet. Anyway, why did I grind up to 100 infinity points? Well, this multiplier is now 354 times. That's very powerful. And all of the dimensions have a 42.2 times multiplier on them. So this should make these two challenges much easier to complete. And yes, I ended off last time inside challenge 12, and I did do it. It took me 14 and a half minutes. Challenge 6 is still the slowest. So what I want to do right now is go ahead and just do challenge 2. So I think, well, let's turn off the auto buyers because it is a logarithmic difference. So what I'd rather do is buy 1 of everything and then 10 and then just press M. That's what I would rather do, and then just wait. Because this will push me to, this will push me to 100 quadrillion quite easily. So let's buy 10 of all those instead of pressing M, and then press M. And now what I will do is I will wait till I have that 100 quadrillion again, and then buy the 6th dimension, or maybe around 1 quintillion in amount, and then press M. As you can see, I'm back up. Well, it's really not. In fact, it's faster than before. Which goes to show how powerful these multipliers really are. And honestly, right now, just do that. Because of that because of the 6th antimatter dimension producing the 5th, it won't take near as long to get stuff done. But there is still this small little hiccup between some parts of the game. But this is much, much faster thanks to this upgrade right here. In fact, if it wasn't that 300 times multiplier, I don't know how long this would take me. It'll still take well over 3 minutes. In fact, I've spent 2 minutes already in this infinity, so I won't be getting the achievement. Where is it? Many deaths. Complete the 2nd dimension auto-buyer challenge in 3 minutes or less. I won't be able to do that. However, what I might be able to do is actually complete the 8th dimension auto-buyer challenge in 3 minutes or less, thanks to all the multipliers that I actually have. I wonder if it's more worth it if I can just hold M now. I don't think so. Wait till I have enough to get the 7th, 6, 7. I press the backslash, or forward slash, I don't know. I don't know what button that was. But if I can get the 8th dimension auto-buyer challenge to be under 3 minutes, because that's the easiest challenge. It should be very possible for me to do whatever it is I want to do. Is holding M actually faster? I have no idea. I don't know if holding M is faster or not. Well, all I do know is that I'll be getting less and less of a multiplier if I do hold it. Oh no, holding M is definitely not worth it. Not yet, at least. It's still much better if I just do the periodic M presses. And we are just about at that point where I can get the 7th dimension boost. But I'll probably hold M until I get to the 8th dimension, and then I'll just let the multipliers rise. Because as you can see, I get quite a bit. I go right from septillion to E43, which is a lot. Let's sacrifice. Wait, does sacrifice reduce the production as well? I want to look at that. Okay, so we have a 2 times multiplier. It does not. Interesting. Okay, so it's only whenever I purchase anything. Okay, there's that M press done. Let's wait just a little bit longer so I can get maybe E94 antimatter. And then I'm gonna press and hold M for 1-ish second. Alright, there we go. And I can get that dimension boost. And let's hold M until I have, let's say 20, no, not 20. But I'll do it again when I can buy 20 and then sacrifice. Sacrifice again when it's about 2 times. Then everything is pretty cheap, so I'm going to go ahead and press and hold M. So this is how this challenge is. It is quite literally just a slog. I said that in the last episode, I'm pretty sure. Challenge 2 is just a slog. It's not really hard, it's just have patience. This is have patience, the challenge. If it wouldn't over the course of 3 minutes, but 1 minute, this would just be like a slightly nerfed. No. Infinity run. Well, I might have to mute some of the audio because I spoiled something. But that's fine. Buying that galaxy. I'll just mute that. I'll mute that small little hiccup I did. A small little lapse in my judgment. Let's press M and get that 5th dimension. 5th dimension? No, 6th dimension unlock. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do... I don't entirely know what I'm I've lost my train of thought. I'm just gonna ignore that thought I had and act like it never existed. Okay, and then that quintillion amount, get that 7th dimension, 8th dimension. Let's actually just press and hold M for a little bit. That'll get us that one. I guess holding M is just beneficial from the very beginning. I don't have to do 1, 2, I don't have to press 1, 2, 3, or 5. I just go for it. Okay, and then this will allow me to hit E54 quite easily. Press and hold M until I get about the 7th dimension, and then give it a break. Then once I get to the scientific notation, press and hold M, and then sacrifice. That is powerful. Okay, and sacrifice. Yeah, so the dimension, how I do my resets is that I get one antimatter galaxy and I just press and hold M whenever I get 6 dimension boosts. But honestly, I might be able to do it this I'll be able to do it this reset. I just gotta make sure I sacrifice every so often. Let's let stuff rise, sacrifice, and do this. Yeah, I'll be able to infinity right now. Perfect. There is challenge 2 complete. Took 10 minutes. I'm honestly shocked. I didn't think it took that long. Now, for the worst one. Challenge 9. Oh boy. Okay, this is the hardest challenge. Like, it's the hardest challenge. Whenever you buy tick speed upgrades, or 10, keep in mind, 10 of an antimatter dimension, everything else of equal cost will increase to its next cost step. I'm going to hold M. The fourth dimension is already at 10 trillion. You see how brutal this is. In fact, it's more worth it to do this. Buy the higher dimensions first. But right now, with how my multipliers are, this may not be that big of a hassle. And then hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's just what you have to do. Buy one of every single dimension so you get some multipliers going. And honestly, let's see. I need to get sextillion, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press T. Still not nonillion, that's good. 1 quintillion. I'm actually gonna wait until I get to the 8th dimension before I do the stuff. Let's let that pick up just a bit, and then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, T. And then I'm just gonna wait until I get this. I think this is what you do. I don't entirely remember. Let's sacrifice. Wait until I get to about octillion. I messed up. I pressed other buttons twice. Okay. And 8. Times 4. Let's wait just a little bit. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, T. The thing is, you never want the 8th dimension to ever increase in price. You never want it to increase. That's the main goal of this challenge. Never increase the price of the 8th dimension. Always make sure that the 8th dimension is the most expensive. It's fine if the others increase in price. The 8th dimension is what matters. So let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, T. And then press 8. And sacrifice. Wait for the antimatter to kick back up in production. I'm gonna wait till about E54 antimatter before I do the next string. Because right now I have the chance of increasing the 8th dimension cost. Like if I press T right now, this would go up to the next cost margin, which I think is E69. Yeah. This is why this challenge is hard, because it severely limits the amount of multipliers you get. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can actually do 1 a few more times and press T for tick speed. That might have just ruined me, I'm not too sure. That is the 4th dimension. That's actually by the 1st dimension. By all of that up to E74, and by this one up to 10. By that, do this. Okay, I see. It's been a while since I've done this. So let's go 4, 1. Okay, I can actually safely buy that. I have every single auto buyer so far, except for ticks, or I have every single auto buyer. It's just that I don't have the upgrades for the tick speed. No, I'm gonna let this rise up to E84 antimatter so I can get that dimension boost. And what I'm gonna do right now is, hopefully, because I don't remember the strategy at all for this. I really don't. So what I'm gonna do is find a neat little guide for this. So I'm starting off fresh. I'm gonna find a neat little guide so I know exactly what I need to do, and I will translate that to this video. See you in just a little bit. Okay, so I am back. It's been so long since I've done C9 the original way that I kind of forgot how to do it. But I was effectively doing the correct thing. You know, always prioritize the eighth dimension and just buy down. What I was doing was I wasn't buying fast enough. That's why I thought I was doing something wrong. I was not. So I'm doing it only with my mouse now. So what you do is, well, I'm going to use hotkeys, but what you do is sacrifice doesn't do anything, so you can sacrifice all you want. Okay, so then always buy the highest dimension first. Let's buy that, then 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay. And now I'm gonna buy tick speed upgrades until I hit about E30. Actually, no, what I'll do is do E38. You always buy tick speed last, because you can push quite a bit before buying anything tick speed related. And whenever you see the eighth dimension start have a green bar, you can just go for it. Just go for it. So both of those are below 90, so there's no threat of me buying these. So I'm going to do that actually. By the 4th, then by the 5th. Then I'm going to press shift and T so I can get to about E80 tick speed upgrade cost. Okay, then buy the 8th dimension, and again even. But this is what every reset is. It's just strategizing. You can probably hear me pressing the keys, but that's fine. So that's below E40, so I can safely do that by the 5th. Okay, and now I'm going to shift by these up to about there. Always make sure you're around 10 orders of magnitude from your dimension costs. Okay, so I'm now in the E90 territory. So I'll get that up to E91, and that up to E89. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then by tick speed up to about E87. Yes. By that, then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By the 8th dimension, whenever you see the 8th dimension go up, buy it. Always buy it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 6, 3, 5. By the 7th. Then all those costs are in the E60s to E70s. So now they're in the E70s, so I can safely buy up to about that. And then do this up to about E55. E60, because nothing is lower than E60, or E61. Nothing's lower than that. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and then by the 8th dimension, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then everything is over E120. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this to about E119, and this to push just below it. So then 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. And then pause everything by the 8th dimension, then push this up to about E115. There's that. Now, I can actually push for the completion, or at least the second antimatter galaxy. This is when it starts to get a little scary. Okay, so everything is at least E170, so I can push that to just below that threshold, and that's perfect right there. 6, 5, I tick speed up to about E165. That'll be fine. 7, 6, okay. Let me export my save just to be safe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7. I'm not really close at all to the 8th dimension, so I'm gonna keep going. 4, 5. Okay, now I'm gonna begin to the 8th dimension, so I'm gonna pause everything. Do that and sacrifice. I'm gonna wait. Oh god. Okay, I'm fine. Something just fell. Very slowly. Okay, so then 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and then 7, 6, 3. Okay, I'm going to push this to about there, and I can push the first dimension just below it, and then by tick speed up to about E215. 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm getting near that 8th dimension threshold, so I'm going to wait and buy the 8th dimension. And then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything is at least, okay, well, let me wait until everything is at least E270. Everything is at least 270, so let me push this to that threshold, and then by the 6th, and then the 3rd, and then push the first dimension just below the 2nd. And by this up to about E270. And then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I have done it. And there we go. There is challenge 9. That took a while. Okay, so all of the challenges are complete, and now buy max. That's it. That's the whole point of it. Okay, and every auto buyer can be active at the same time. But what I'll do is make everything at least under half a second. As long as I make everything under half a second, it'll be fine. That's fun right there. Let's make that, well, that's fun right there as well. So it will be still slightly slow with these beginning auto buyers. So it's still faster to just hold M and crunch. However, I still need to get both of these upgrades right here. However, I don't really need to hold D or G anymore because of how I set up the auto buyers. Right now, they are set up to limit dimension boosts to 7 because I found that that is the prime number to just wait for, because if I hold M from 7 dimension boosts and 1 galaxy, I can just go straight to the end. And I limit the antimatter galaxies to 1 because getting a second one at this current moment is completely worthless. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to purchase every single one of these upgrades in this video. It's going to take a while. I'll be 100% honest with you. It will take a while. And I just bought this, so I start every reset with 3 dimension boosts, which makes it just that much faster. And in fact, it saved 1 second on this upgrade right here. This one may not seem worth it, but honestly, to me it is. Well, it passively generates infinity points 10 times slower than your fastest infinity, which, if you look here, is 5.35 seconds. So, now it... Wow, okay. I should have shaved up 8 seconds from that. Which means I get an extra infinity point every 53 seconds. Which means if I go at my fastest pace, I will get 11 in... no. For every 10 infinities at my fastest pace, I will get 11. So if I look here, I'm getting about 10 IP a minute around that. I'll actually be getting 11 IP per minute because of this right here. It may not sound like much, but it's a 10% increase, which will make getting this slightly faster. Anyway, I will be right back after I get this final infinity upgrade. See you in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. And as you can see, I have 302 infinity points, and I actually changed my auto buyer to be 5 dimension boosts. Now why is that? Well, it allowed me infinity in 3 seconds. That's quite literally the only reason why. Anyway, that's not why I'm here right now. I'm here to purchase this. Achievement no DLC required. What does that give? It unlocks 2 new infinity upgrades, the 2 times infinity point multiplier and offline infinity point generation. This is big. So, this right here, this multiplies all infinity point gain by 2. And from now on, I am going to say infinity point as IP. So, it multiplies all IP gain from all sources by 2, and it costs 10. This factor, well, the cost increases by a factor of 10. Let me go and just prove that real fast. So, multiply all gain by 2. See, and now it's 100. But now I get 2 IP per infinity. Now it does take a bit to get here. It takes like 400-ish infinities to make it to this point. And as you can see, I can now infinity in under 1 second. Which means every 10 seconds I get 2, about every 10 seconds I get 2 IP. But it's just absurd. And now, whenever I get this 100x multiplier, this 100x multiplier, the another 2 times multiplier to all IP gain, now is the time I'm going to be starting to upgrade these. Because they are, the 6 $6 buyer is now completely maxed. And in fact, let me go ahead and just... Wow, that's cheap. See, look. Very, very fast. And honestly, let's see. 832 milliseconds. It's a lot. And look at this. It's just instant almost. So let's work on getting all of these down there. Age of automation. Max the interval for antimatter dimension and tick speed upgrade auto buyers. And now up next for that is definitely not worth it, which is max the intervals for all normal auto buyers, which means these right here. which unfortunately will take a lot of grinding. But the most important one to get up, that's fine right there. That one's fine how it is. The bulk buy is very important right now, because instead of just buying one of them, it buys two. And I actually do infinity kinda fast. So let me get this interval down to 7 seconds. That's pretty good. But there's nothing else to do except reduce the interval of automatic big crunch on the wire to 0.1 seconds to unlock break infinity. This is the next major mechanic. And what I'm going to be doing offline, or nope, not that, off screen, is that I am going to get this down to that 0.1 seconds, and maybe all of these up just a little bit more. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Hope you enjoyed. 420, 4.20, let's go. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you again later. I don't I don't remember my outro. And I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.